NBA All-Star Weekend was this past weekend, which meant that tampering season has officially begun. What do I mean by that? I mean that the Toronto Raptors and the Giannis Antetokounmpo sweepstakes have officially been engraved in every Raptors fan's mind. I mean, you would be lying to yourself if you're a Raptors fan and you didn't have thoughts of Giannis, Nick Nurse, Pascal Siakam, and Kyle Lowry all joining forces in 2021 and seeing more of this as a staple into the future. I mean, we just look at some of the things that we saw this past weekend. We saw a photo that the Raptors Instagram account shared that featured Nick Nurse and Giannis Antetokounmpo. We saw another video which showcased Kyle Lowry and Giannis practicing with each other. And then we saw a beautiful alley-oop connection between Kyle Lowry and Giannis Antetokounmpo, which pretty much could be a glimpse into the future of what could be with the Toronto Raptors. And even before NBA All-Star Weekend, Giannis actually referenced a current Raptor. He referenced Fred VanVleet when talking about having a kid and hitting all these shots. I mean, listen, guys, it's not too early to be making some early bold predictions about the future, especially as it pertains to 2021. So allow me to entertain all of you when I'm going to say what I'm about to say. Giannis Antetokounmpo will join the Toronto Raptors in 2021. I will make a bold prediction on this video, and you guys will look back on this video and you will say, Luca, you were right. So in this video, I will tell you why I got this gut instinct and I'm feeling pretty confident about why Giannis to Toronto in 2021 will in fact become a reality. Before we get into the video though, guys, please drop a like. Let's get to 100 likes. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're almost at 10k subs. I can't thank each and every one of you enough, and please turn on the post notifications so you never miss another one of my videos. Also, follow me on social media at LucaRosano3 on Twitter, at LucaRosano on Instagram, and I'm now on TikTok. Yes, I'm on TikTok. Go follow me there, Luca.Rosano. Anytime you guys want to talk basketball, my DMs are always open, so definitely give me a follow so we can keep the conversation rolling. So, guys, listen, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to make this claim, but you guys are probably sitting there like, dude, you got to chill. Like, how do you think this is going to happen? Well, let me enlighten you. I'll tell you why it's going to happen. It's going to happen for a number of different reasons, in my opinion. So the first reason we're going to talk about why Giannis will join the Raptors in 2021 is, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo, he would be joining a young Raptors team. The Raptors team that we see right now, they got a lot of good young pieces. They got an uprising superstar in Pascal Siakam. We got Fred VanVleet, who's on the rise as well. You got OG Anunoby. You got Norman Powell. All of these guys are, young. They're in their mid-20s, and you could tell that there's a lot of talent, obviously, on this Raptors team. Another reason we're going to state here is the fact that the Raptors are a winning culture. You look at the last 10 years and name me a team that has been more consistent than the Raptors in terms of developing regular season success and even some postseason success. I mean, the only other team that comes to mind is, of course, the Golden State Warriors, but they faltered as we saw them implode this season. The Raptors, over the past couple of years, over the past decade, I would say, have been a staple of success. They have been consistent with success, and Toronto has definitely become a winning culture as it pertains to the Toronto Raptors. Another reason why Giannis would want to join here is because of the great developmental system that the Raptors currently have intact. You look at what this developmental system has done to guys like Siakam, VanVleet, former Raptors 905 guys, and now pretty much big-time players in the NBA. Two of the bigger players and brightest players with the Toronto Raptors. You look at the development system that's in place here. It ensures that guys coming through the pipeline are going to become good players. I mean, look at Terrence Davis this season. He has jumped onto the scene. You look at another guy like Chris Boucher. He looks to be a very good, promising player on this Raptors team. So the Raptors have a great developmental system, and that's something that could entice Giannis and interest Giannis as he's looked at all of the great players the Raptors have organically produced over the years. Another reason that Giannis definitely has to look at is the fact that the Raptors Raptors are well coached. I mean, Nick Nurse, he is one of the most underrated coaches in the league. He is one of the best coaches in the league, and you can tell that this Nick Nurse tenure is only getting started. I mean, you talk about a guy who brought this Raptors team to the promised land. Nick Nurse is as good as they come. He's got high basketball IQ, and you know Giannis would love to be coached by a guy like Nick Nurse. So, I mean, it does help that we do have a good coaching staff and that Nick Nurse does have the championship pedigree that he, of course, attained last season. All right, let's get into some very important reasons that could very well entice Giannis to, coming over here to Toronto in 2021. And we're going to start with his ties to Masai. Now, we already know of the great relationship Giannis has with Masai. Masai, of course, was a big part of the reason why Giannis' career got started in the NBA. He helped Giannis get to the NBA, and we have heard so many times where Giannis has talked about the great amount of respect he has for Masai Ujiri. You could tell the respect is mutual, and you can tell that these guys still share a great relationship even though they're a part of different organizations. So, I mean, I could absolutely see Giannis returning the favor, especially since Masai got his career started and wanting to team up with a guy and a power mind and a mastermind like Masai Ujiri in Toronto. Now, hopefully the Raptors could, obviously retain Masai, because there's been so many rumors that Masai could be going to New York or even another organization. But if the Raptors keep Masai, I think that is going to give them a big edge in terms of signing Giannis when he becomes a free agent in the summer of 2021. Another big reason we're going to touch on here, guys, is the fact that Toronto is a diverse city. We already know that, and in particular, Toronto has a really big Greek community. I mean, we saw it a couple of seasons ago when Giannis came here for a game. He was literally swarmed by fellow Greek Canadian citizens here in Toronto. They were Giannis fans. They looked at this guy in awe, and you could tell that Giannis was soaking in the limelight. I mean, you look at a guy like Giannis, he clearly has the right mindset when it comes to he blocks out the noise and he just wants to win. But we also know he has a fun side too. I mean, Giannis would definitely relish and love the spotlight that, a guy like Kawhi Leonard had last season. You could tell that Giannis would absolutely soak every minute of it, and he would love the attention that Toronto and the country of Canada would give him. And it would definitely make it even better for Giannis, as he would be greeted by Greek fans living here in the community as he was just a few short years ago. So ultimately speaking, guys, there's a lot of good cases you can make for Giannis to sign here in 2021. And I don't see Giannis going to the West, because the West is a powerhouse as we know it. I mean, why would you want to go to the West when you got teams like the Clippers that are still going to be there with Kawhi and Paul George, even the Lakers, if they can lock up Anthony Davis long term. The Jazz, of course, are on the rise. You look at the Denver Nuggets, they're going to be a team there. So the West right now is, in fact, the Wild Wild West. A lot of good competition. The Pelicans, another team that is going to be scary good real soon. So I don't see Giannis going to the West. I see him staying in the East. And for those of you saying and thinking to yourself, well, listen, he's going to re-sign with the Bucks. He's got great loyalty. He's got great ties already to that organization. Why would he leave? Listen, guys, if the Bucks don't produce, if they don't get Giannis or help Giannis get to at least an NBA Finals, they could very well kiss Giannis re-signing goodbye. I mean, Giannis is young, but he is not getting younger. He is getting older. You could tell he's the ultimate competitor. You could tell he wants to compete for championships. So if the Bucks strike out this year, in a year that's designed for them to get to the NBA Finals, you really got to start to think to yourself that Giannis is going to really consider leaving and joining forces with a team that's going to set him up to win multiple championships in the foreseeable future. So the window for the Bucks is now. They need to get to at least an NBA Finals, in my opinion, to entice Giannis to stay. Obviously, winning the championship would just be gravy on top. But if they fail to get to the finals, especially knowing that the Nets are going to be a part of the championship equation next season when Kevin Durant joins the mix, Giannis will want to potentially join another team. And then you look outside of the Bucks in the East, and you look at a team that is designed to win for many seasons to come, you gotta look at the Toronto Raptors as being the sexy team. They got the pieces intact. They got the great organization. They got the great coaching staff. They got the great developmental staff. They got the great fan base. They got the great support. So the Raptors would be that golden opportunity for Giannis to go to and really ensure that he's going to have a lot of success as he enters the second half of his career. Now, another team that could potentially give the Raptors a run for their money as being a potential destination for Giannis would be the Miami Heat, because the Miami Heat, they too are a team that got a lot of good young pieces. Pat Riley is obviously a big basketball mastermind, well respected in the basketball community. And let's be real, guys, Miami is a hell of a lot hotter than here in Toronto. And if Giannis likes the warm weather, then that would obviously be a big factor, as it is for many free agents that overlook Toronto on many cases. But all in all, I mean, if the Bucks can't win it, guys, you gotta look at the Toronto Raptors and all the factors that I just named as being the perennial favorite for signing Giannis Antetokounmpo in the summer of 2021. So like I said, I have a feeling, I got this feeling deep in my gut that I really think Giannis to Toronto will come to fruition. I know a lot of people are going to come after me and say that you are crazy, dude, but listen, this is my bold prediction, this is my video, so I am going to make this prediction well in advance. And like I said at the start of the video, you guys are going to come back to this video once 2021 hits, once the summer of 2021 hits, and once Giannis signs with the Raptors, and you will come back here and say, wow, you were right. So consider this not a prediction, but in fact a spoiler. I truly believe that Giannis in Toronto will be one of the better decisions he makes for his career, especially if Giannis cannot get the job done with the Milwaukee Bucks. So that's just my opinion, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you think Giannis will sign with the Raptors in the summer of 2021? Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. And like I said, please drop a like. Let's get to 100 likes on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit post notifications so you never miss another one of my videos. Follow me on social media. And you definitely don't want to miss out on the dope content that I have on this channel. We're so close to 10K. I can feel it. I can taste it. And you guys will help me get there. So again, I truly appreciate all the support these videos get. I will keep the great content rolling. And until next time, this is Luca Rosano. Have yourselves a great day. And I'll catch you all again in the next one. Peace out.